Okay,
Hello
welcome.
to the lab. I am your host, Shania,
I'm Jeanette.
and today Jeanette is going to bring us a very interesting topic.
Okay, so as an ex cast member, I do not speak for the brand or for the company. I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. I did say that first before anything else. But did you know that people believe that Disney has an imaginary dome around it?
Why? Why do they believe
People,
that?
okay, so we some cast members
Mm-hmm.
refer as the Disney bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we mean that, we mean like the property on Disney property, like Disney property, and not an actual bubble. But some guests, because we call our customers guests,
Mm-hmm.
because you know, like they're guests, think we're actually talking a real actual bubble, and that we can control the weather.
That's so dumb. Are these like kid theories? Like this is like a
No, 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 no,
childlike theory?
no, 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 no. Like this is a known. Like I had when I was working there. Okay, you know, it's Florida. It's Florida, right?
Yeah.
It rains. It
Yeah.
rains out of nowhere, like, right? Because it's Florida. So I used to work outside. I used to work at Disney Springs, right? And I had when it rains, I had multiple people be like, "Hey, do you think can you turn off the rain?" And I was like, "Excuse me,
What?
I'm
Can you
sorry."
turn off the rain?
Yeah, because people actually believe that we control the weather, and Disney is in this imaginary dome,
Mm-hmm.
and we control everything in within that dome.
I have to pick my words wisely, but that's dumb. That's so stupid.
But the like, it's not like you think like only kids would like believe in this. No, I had full grown adults.
Like, were they
Like,
sincere about it? Like,
like
they
they were
looking you dead
like
in the
no,
eye,
like
like,
they
hey,
were
can you turn
looking
the
dead.
rain off?
They were like that, looking at me dead in the eye, all seriousness. I was the only one laughing because I'm like, I'm sorry.
Did other people get asked this, like, who worked there?
Yes.
What did they say?
They're like, I'm sorry, we can't control the weather, and they're like, yes, and then they're like, yes, you can. So like, there's like, look, you have to look it up, but people think
That's crazy.
there's an actual dome around Disney property that we control all the weather, we control like the temperature, we control like basically everything.
No, that's dumb.
But the only reason they believe this because cast members
Mm-hmm.
refer everything on Disney property, like the resorts, like the other parks,
Mm-hmm.
or like anything else, like on Disney property, the Disney bubble, because you're nothing but eat, sleep, breathe Disney.
Right. That makes
And
sense.
like I live outside the Disney bubble because I live right off property. I live close enough to property, but not on property.
Mm-hmm.
I think like go on to the property was like probably like 2 or 3 minutes. But yeah, people think like want to hear one actual funny story.
Yeah.
It was like it was actually like towards I want to say like towards my last week. No, I want to say it was like I had 1 more month left, right? It was getting cold. The coldest it got down there when I was there was like 48 degrees.
Mm.
But that was like at night when I'm like leaving work around
Yeah.
midnight. So like it was like actually like middle of the night. And so it was like getting a little chilly. I think it was like it wasn't chilly for me, but it was chilly for Florida.
Yeah.
It was like 54, 55 around there. So it was a good like long sleeve temperature. Like not
Right.
like I didn't have a jacket on. I had like a long sleeve underneath my costume. Costume are uniforms, by the way. So I was outside. I was working on one of my carts because I did outdoor vending, so I did all the carts outside. And so I was there chilling, and then out of nowhere, this couple. By the way, they had 2 kids. They had 2 kids. I think one looked like the age of like 8. The other one looked like the age of like 4. And then the dad came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you think can y'all raise the temperature up a little bit?" And then I'm like, "I'm sorry?" You're like, "Yeah. Can you tell whoever's in charge? can they raise the temperature up?
But here's the thing, though. Let's say this is like y'all can't control the weather over the park. Why would you be able to tell them and convince them to raise the temperature or to stop raining?
First of all, it's outside.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like if you could, like
I was a simple cast member. I had no authority.
You're like on like no offense to you, but like you're like on the lower tier.
No,
like in
I was a CP. CP are known as college program people, right?
Right.
College program. We are the bottom of the food chain. Like I'm sorry, but again, I do not speak for the brand or for the company.
Right.
But they treat us like crap, okay? Because
so
we're in the
very. You're not gonna go back to do this again.
Oh, I'll do it again, 100%.
Literally, y'all, the stories that she has told me about, like, sometimes now that you told me about it, I think about the tunnel because I'm just like, man.
Oh, the tunnels.
I can't believe there's like a full blown.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think listen. Well, I remember, Magic Kingdom, and don't quote me on this. I think Animal Kingdom too are built on second stories.
Okay.
Right? The first story is actually underneath, going within, like, behind the tunnels, like, backstage. Backstage means, because, like, all the terminology for Disney is actually, like, how do you explain it? Like, you're on stage. Like, you know, like theater. Right. Because it is a show. Right? Yeah, the tunnels were crazy. I did that for when I had a shift in Magic Kingdom. It blew my mind. I knew they were real, but like actually being down there and going like to my clock-in location, and it was just so funny to me because I went to the Mascateria, like our cafeteria, but it was called the Mascateria. And next, I was getting food. Next, I see Tiana next to me getting like a sub. Yeah. And then I had like Tiana on my right, and I had Cinderella on my left.
Like, I know you're like a big Disney fan. Does that like?
Well, want to know what's funny? What?
What?
I wasn't really a big Disney fan when I started the program.
Really?
Yes.
So this just made like all of this.
Yes.
No, I feel like that would make me. I'd be like, I'm over it.
No, it actually made me a big, like the biggest, like I think I would consider myself a Disney adult now.
Really?
But not like that extreme, like, like the extreme ones. I mean, like probably like the knowledge of it and like actually like going, like looking into it, but not the actual like buying stuff and like, oh my God, Disney is my everything. No. Yeah. I think like, but I think I'm a reasonable Disney adult, meaning like I just like the magic. Back to the story. So he looked me, and then he would look me in my eye. It was like, I know you're trying to keep the magic alive, because like we're known for that, for like cast members, you have to keep the magic going and not break the magic. And he was like, again, this man was probably in like his early 30s or mid 30s, and he was, and again, I'm a 22-year-old girl just there like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't tell him that. I was like, I'm sorry, sir, can you like elaborate? I legit told him that. I was like, can you elaborate more? He was like,
this dude's crazy.
No, because I knew what he was talking about, but I can't tell him that I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's not true.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to call him crazy, because or I'll get fired. Not fired. I'll get promoted to a guest. Anyways, so he was like, can you please turn up the temperature? And I'm just like, I'm sorry. He was like, it's getting a little chilly out here, and we didn't bring any jackets. Can you tell someone to turn up the temperature? And I'm like, I'm sorry? Like, I kept saying I'm sorry because I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I know. He was like, you can tell me, like, I'm old enough. I know you're trying to keep the magic alive and like everything, but can you, like, I know about the Disney Dome. And I'm like,
this is just absurd to me though, because it's just like, why would only Disney have that dome? Why would Universal not have it? But I'm just saying, like, if that's a technology that Disney can use, you honestly think Disney wouldn't try to like sell it to other places?
You're right.
For them to use?
Disney
like,
already.
Why would just Disney be the only?
Disney already owns everything at this point.
So dumb. That's so dumb to me.
Like, they're like people, and like that was the sad thing part. This wasn't like the first encounter I had. People talking about the dome. This is probably like I was only there for like what 4 months or around there, and this is like at least like once a week. Someone will tell me about the dome.
I'd be like, can y'all just like
but I can't say that.
Can y'all get on the intercoms and be like, stop asking us to change the weather. We don't have that power.
And then one time when I was left monsoon outside, like it was pouring. We don't go inside unless like we have ponchos provided by the company, but like we don't go inside unless there's thunder and lightning, right? But if it's pouring and there's no lightning or thunder, our butts are staying outside. That's nice. Right? So I think this one lady also was like, hey, can you turn off the weather? Like, can you turn off the rain? Like, I want to, like, I thought it was going to be sunny, but now it's over here pouring. And I'm like, ma'am, I can't do that. I'm so sorry. Like, but like, it's something I shouldn't be apologizing for. Yeah. But
like when you say no, what are they
they keep like biting me about it, because they're like, they legit like get closer to me. Well, like not really as close as they can get, because I do have like a big gap, because there's like a big like gap between us. Again, I am 5'1", so like that thing is like up here to my neck, like not even like to my chin. And they try to get, they do this, like they point, they like, come here. Yeah. And I'm like, yes. They're like, I am not a child, you can tell me, like, you don't have to keep this magic alive anymore for me, I know. And I'm like, what? Well, clearly, like you're like, clearly you're not smart enough to know. I was about to say other words, but I'm like, clearly you're not smart enough to know that this, that's like, so dumb. This is like dumb, because like
a full-grown adult
don't thinking there's an actual dome protecting Disney property.
That's just about as dumb as like, well, I don't know. I think this is a dumb thing, but people are like how the government uses pigeons to watch
the people. Birds work for the bourgeoisie.
Yeah. At some point, everybody, like the birds, and then they were talking about the squirrels, and everybody was like, at one point, where are the squirrels? And they were like, oh, they took them and they replaced them, and they used the meat from the real squirrels to be the wings that Taco Bell was selling. I was like, where do y'all come up with this stuff? But this is so dumb.
But like, talking about squirrels, the squirrels at Disney are so adapted to like humans, it's crazy. Like,
do y'all feed them?
We're not allowed to. Oh. But like, again, like I used to sell popcorn too, so a popcorn fell,
they ate it.
We had names for squirrels and we can tell them apart. That's really crazy. Yeah,
I'd expect y'all to have like chipmunks and stuff.
We probably did. Like, again, I was barely outside. Actually, no, I was outside most of the time, but like I was mostly around concrete. I wasn't like, I didn't work in the actual parks. I worked at Disney Springs, meaning like it was like a shopping mall or something like that. Similar one, like similar to like Woodstock.
Yeah.
Outlets.
Yeah.
But yeah, like like grown adults would tell me that. And like they also believe another I feel like you heard about this one, how people think